Hey guys, welcome back to FPL, and this week is a very big week. It is the first double game week of FPL, and we're going to try and take advantage of that. Last week wasn't that great, despite using our bench boost. It helped us get some extra points, but not as many points as I kind of wanted it to. But that is how the game goes. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So like always, we're going to look at game week 23, team of the week, how our points did, and then I'm going to explain what I'm doing this week to take top spot. So team of the week, Raya in goal for Arsenal, Martinez with his goal for Man United there, 15 points, Emerson with 10 points, Saliba with 9, Odrigo for Bournemouth 21, and if you captained him, it would have been 42. I know someone in that got like 63 with Odrigo. Kluivert 13, Salah Sply 13, Shard 11, Gakpo 16, Isaac 13, and Erling Haaland 12 points. Looking at the ins and outs, Gakpo in, Kluivert in, Ndida in, Pickford in, and Mbemo in. And I think it's very understandable why people are going Gakpo, why they're going in on Ndidi for the double game week, Pickford for the double game week. Kluivert again has had 2-3 good weeks, and Mbemo, of course, we said we were always going to bring him back around about this time of the fixture list. Most outs was Chris Wood, Raul, Joe Pedro, Gordon, and Palmer. Chris Wood, I think you could have kept, but it depends on if you're getting rid of him for Ndidi or Gakpo. Kind of makes sense. Raul, yes. Joe Pedro, yes. Gordon, yes. And I agree with Palmer. I am looking to sell Palmer. It's just who I need to bring in that's worth the money, really, to take that diversion, because we know Palmer's got talent. We know he can, but he just doesn't perform it like he did last year, and it's very frustrating. But looking at the points, so we got a 60 week, which is just above the average, and that was with our bench boost. So you can see that it wasn't a great week for us. Highest 129. Sales in goal, 1 point. Really, we were hoping for a clean sheet. However, they got battered by Bournemouth 5-0 there. Muniz, assist. Unfortunately, they didn't get a clean sheet. So he gets 4 points. Virgil van Dijk. Somehow, Ipswich scored in the 90th minute to take away my clean sheet there. Lewis Hall, again, somehow they didn't get a clean sheet against Southampton, the worst team in the Premier League. Is mind-blowing. So defensively, we've had a stinker. Moving to the midfield, again, it's poor. Rodgers, 0-0, 1-1, sorry. Nothing. No impact at all. Got a yellow card, so he can lose his points. Palmer, in that 3-1 loss to Chelsea, 2 points. Did nothing all game. Obviously, Mr. Salah himself, 1 goal, bonus points, captain, for 16 points there. Diaz, 85 minutes played, clean sheet, but nothing. No assists, no goals. Very frustrating. And I know with the change we made, it's going to come back to bite us. I know he's going to do something. Chris Wood, 2 points. Again, we spoke about Bournemouth, that 5-0 victory. Isaac, a monster with 2 goals, bonus points. Very good from him. And Mateta there, nothing. And the bench boost, 5 points for Pickford. Ahmed's goal was ruled offside, so he only gets 3 points. Faye's 2 points, and Robinson only 2 points. So, in the leagues, we still can't see 5th in the McDonald's Management League. Only 14 points is that. Behind 4th. But the gap between first, second, third is starting to grow. As for our mini league itself, we have closed the gap down to 38 points to Tyler. And this is what I'm saying. This week, at the end of it, we're going to be sitting top. Obviously, I don't know what he's going to be doing this week. He has told me he's used the assistant manager chip. So he's going to get some extra points on top. But hopefully with my strategy, we should gain some points. Matthew, very, very close behind us. And again, depending on what he does, it's going to be very, very scary. But like it's always been, it's a three-way race. Everyone else just playing for Europa League football. And there was only one change. Kevin taking over Marcus. I think we'll look at we'll look at Aiden because he's 77 points. So he went Raya, Hall, Saliba, Burn. So he went for the double Newcastle, which is starting to not plan out now. Diaz, Ahmed, Mo Salah, Palmer, Capo, Isaac, Wood, which is obviously a good front line. We'll look at the head-to-head in a minute because we haven't looked at that in weeks. And Cavan's was 72. 1 point for Sales, 2 for Paul, Anya 1, Gabriel 7, Salah, Mbemo, Son, Anawi, Isaac, Captain, Gap Post, and Jota. Cliver on the bench. Backing these Arsenal boys too much, mate. We look at the highest points on the whole of the game week was 29. Pickford in goal 5. Probably what we should have went. Guardiola 8. Virgil van Dijk 2. Ben Neke 7. Konate 5. Lewis Potters 1. Salah 8. Drago 21. Kluivert 13. Isaac, Haaland up top, Raya, Castagna, Elner, Alanga and Vardy with a bench boost, obviously where he gets his points from as well, which is a good, obviously good performance from him. We haven't looked at the head-to-head in about weeks, but somehow I am top of that. Clear top. This was what I made at the start of the season, and it was meant to be what we are in now, the normal league. But I made the a head-to-head league, so we don't actually look at this. But just for this week, we are 51 points, 17 wins, 6 losses. Matt second, 43. Louis fourth. Louis third. Kevin fourth. Tyler fifth. Despite being top of our FPL league, he sits fifth in the head-to-head. And if you don't know how the head-to-head works, each week you get paired up against someone in the league. and you go to head and see if you can beat them in points, and that is where you get the points for the standings. But we don't really look at that, but it's just something we'll maybe occasionally keep an eye on to see if I can actually stay top of the head-to-head. But talking about game week 24, the double game week, what are we going to do to take top spot? Well, I've made one transfer, and that is Gakpo in for Mateta. Now, Mateta's a great striker, but Diaz wasn't doing anything for me. So I've made the switch from Mateta to Gakpo and Mbemo in for Diaz. So I still got the double Liverpool, but I've got a striker and Salah. The only change I would be looking to make is get rid of Cole Palmer, which leaves obviously 12.7 in the bank. Now if I can go on to 12.7, replace 12.7. There's no one there. I think it would be Saka when he comes back. He's not back till March. So probably he would go in for Palmer because he's a lot more creative. But I guess I could go Kluivert. But he's got Liverpool. So maybe we hold off Palmer just for this week. And then we slot in Kluivert for Palmer for those beautiful fixtures for Bournemouth. But for now that is fine. So we got 1.8 million in the bank. We are going to go to the team, and I have activated the triple captain chip this week, and that is because obviously the double game week, which is going to give Salah an extra game to score goals, get some more points. Now, can you let me know in the comments down below, because it's a double game week, is Salah's points tripled for both Bournemouth and Everton, or is it just the triple captain goes to the Bournemouth game, and obviously the double game week is just extra? That's why I want to know, because if it's triple captain on both games, we're going to be cooking there. So this is what the lineup will be for this weekend, and obviously the extra game week, the extra game for Liverpool and Everton. We're going for Pickford in goal, and we're really relying on a clean sheet for this Leicester game. Not too bothered about the Liverpool game. It's about maximising the points from the Leicester game with a clean sheet, some saves, and then just some extra points there in the Liverpool game. Muniz against Man United steps in for now. Potentially looking at a change at the back. Not 100% sure. So there will be maybe, if there is a change, you'll be on the YouTube Shorts. Virgil van Dijk with the double game week coming in. Hopefully he can get 2 clean sheets, which would gain some points. Fulham for Hull. I'm worried because I know Newcastle's form in the last couple have not been great. Not since the Man United, Aston Villa, Ipswich run of form there. They've not really picked up many clean sheets. As for the midfield, I'm going to make the switch now. Actually, I don't know. I'm thinking about Rodgers coming out for... I think, no, we'll leave the midfield. This is the last week Cole Palmer will be in the squad. I'm tempted to drop him for Ahmed, but like I said, Palmer can deliver when he needs to. So we're going to leave him in there. Salah triple captain, And Bemo comes in for the Spurs game. Now, I did bring him in one game too early than what I wanted. I said game week 25 was the one that I wanted to bring him in. But with the move to Gakpo, I needed to sell Diaz. So we've gone 1 week work early. Hopefully he can get some goals in this Spurs game. Which leaves the front three of Wood playing against Bryson Hove Albion. Now I can see why people have sold him because of this run of fixtures: Newcastle, Arsenal, Man City. After these 2 games, that's something where we'll have to look at maybe bringing in Wazza back, or maybe a more expensive striker just to get some goals until when we can maybe potentially bring him back, because it is just this run of 3 fixtures that's going to hurt. Fulham for Isaac, I'm expecting goals for him. Again, some okay matches. Obviously, Man City's going to be a hard one, and Liverpool at the end of game week 27, but a good run of fixtures at the end. And then obviously the newly signed Gakpo coming in for this double game week for Bournemouth and against Everton. That is what our team is going to be for this week, guys. Triple captain. I'm expecting big things from the team, and I'm expecting big things from Liverpool to get me the top spot in the mini league. Let me know down in the comments below, what are you doing for this week? Should I make any changes? What players should I be looking at if I am going to sell Cole Palmer next week? Hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I hope to see you next week where we will be top of the FPL. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.